But then they have a queen all the way over there. Wait, no, this is defended. So this, it's this. Oh, it's not this. It's not that either. Shit, man. Minus 18. Minus. Tangerine, come on back to me. No, but I'm losing twice as fast. So what is the better move? What? Oh, diagonals are real, chat. Diagonals exist. Free bishop. But like, why doesn't he just go here? Oh, because then we get the rook. Holy shit. Yeah. Wow. Damn, my bad. You're right, bestie. You are so right. Okay, so this is happening here. So the... What the hell of it? So this forces him to take here, which we take back. Bishop, nothing happens. What if we just throw in a check? Mate! No? Wait, what? Bishop has to block. Which means we can take the rook. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Wait, really? Wait. We're so close. We're so close to solving this. That is the first move, though. Check. From here, though, do we take the rook? He's gonna take back. And then if I take, he can take. So that's not the right route. If we take, king goes here, we can check with the bishop. King can go this way, he can go this way, he can go this way. But what if we just move this to here? He would just take this rook, right? He would just take the rook. Yeah, go for it, Gush. I'll have a look. I'm sorry I haven't seen the Thresh trailer yet. Ema redeemed React to this, and then I haven't seen him since. So, I mean, he was here at the start of stream, but he was very busy moving. So, but yeah, go for it. I'll have a look. Okay, what's the next move? I do think it is this. No, I don't think it is this. If we take here, this rook takes. We take, bishop takes, nothing's achieved. Equal trade, no tempo gained, no value, nothing. All pressure released. However, if I put my bishop here, he takes rook. I take rook. This bishop is free. Nothing has been achieved. It's an equal trade. Editing on an iPad on a program I've never used before, and I've only ever really done editing of it, so it'll be a bit of a trial and error. What is the program? Oh, hi, Candy. Holy cockle. Holy sh. This, this is it. Wow, wunderbar. Oh, is this checkmates? Yeah. Wow. All right. 2014. Are you Germany when I was sorry? I don't know where that came from. No, Garrett. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I'll stick to the Russian accents. I apologize for this mistake. War room. I don't know what that means. Good morning, Carrot. Did you see my ping on my server? I am organizing Apex Customs. I don't know if you can make it to that time. Wink wonk. It would be kind of cool if you could. It woke up. People coming to it, actually. 8 people at least. Nice. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartbreak. I don't know the rest of the song. That's the only line I know. Hi, Rat. Hi, Rat. Hi, Rat. Chat want to know how many years has it been since you started streaming. Oh, who's asking? Oh, chat's asking? It's 5 years, right? Oh, 6 years. Wait, no, dude, what the fuck? I don't know. When did I start streaming, guys? Let me check my clips. Oldest clips first. June 19th, 2020. It's been 6 years. It's been 6 years. Where announcement? It's in events. It's in the events channel. You don't have the events role. I pinged everybody for it. The events channel. Yeah, it's been 6. Started in 2020. But like my first year of streaming was dead ass. I didn't meet anyone. No. Last year was 5, but I remember how I told you I didn't want to celebrate it because this is so funny. Chess is a mathematically solved game, but I am bad at maths. Man, I am bad at maths. Man, I am bad at maths. Man, am I bad at maths? Oh, that's so weird. I don't know what the correct like. That's so good. That's really funny. What is bro drawing? Thank you, Kush, for that. Please post that in memes. Please post that in memes on my server. That's gold. Yeah, it's 6 years. It's 6 years. 6. I didn't want to celebrate last year because I was really upset about my stats and streams in general because life was not great. in terms of online, my online presence. So I was like, I don't want to celebrate this year. We are not celebrating 5 years. Oh, some channels were hidden for you? Oh, shit. Oh, that's rough. I have an Apex category, by the way, which is a little tricky to find. You have to go to the games farm, and then in that is the Apex category. It's not very active, though. Post screenshots there. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say. Wow, amazing. You were missing so many channels? Oh, dude. Oof. I wonder how many people's Discord servers are like that. You should be able to make it done. Oh, hell yeah. That'd be awesome. That makes me happy. Hopefully Kaaalam can as well, and Cherry can as well. We shall see. I doubt Kaaalam can. I doubt it. He's probably busy. No, it's okay. I love that line, by the way. I'm counting all the numbers between 0 and 1. Yeah, it's gonna be quite late for NA. Plus, I'm sure he's busy. He's probably got birthday plans. It's your go-to song in karaoke. That's so cool. I don't do karaoke. I never sing. Why are you running bare feet? What? Why are you running bare feet? Open. Run. Oh, this is cool. Look, check here. King goes here. Right? Hold on. Let me cook. King goes here. Fork! Pawn a fork. Queen can't take because queen attacks. Magnificent. However, Laura, thank you for the gift sub to Candy. I really appreciate that. What if the king goes this way, though? What if we jump here, king goes this way? Do we just take the spawn? Oh wait, no, there's a different check right here, right? We take this, king can't go anywhere here. He has to take a step back this way. Oh, that's like, okay, this is the move. And he goes down this way, then it's this, then it's this. Oh shit, wait, no, what? We don't want to take the queen. What am I doing? Is this checkmate? I don't know if it is, but it wins the queen. So I lied. This takes... King takes... Oh shit. Oh wait, no, this takes... King is in check. Laura, thank you for nothing. Thank you for nothing at all. Laura, I will always thank you for nothing. Appreciate you so much. Candy with the wheel spin. Let's see if you can get some nothing out of this something. Let's see if you can take those points, those hard-earned points, and turn them into nothing. Oh, you did it. I'm so proud of you, Candy. Well done. Well done, Candy. So proud of you. Enjoy your nothingness. What's the move here, guys? Oh, wait. What about this? Check? Mate. Yay! I'm so happy. 2026? Yo, guys, that's the year. Look at shit. Shit, where'd the numbers go? Look, it says 2026. I'm a little delirious today. You got nothing. I'm so happy for you. everybody go make sure to highlight, not highlight, star the meme that Kush posted in the memes channel. It's really funny. I wish I drew something more absurd. I wish I completely filled the board up with like shit like this. So people could be like, what are these lines he's thinking of? Just make knight moves on every rook. Chuck in a couple moves that make sense, you know? Beautiful. This one back to last year, it is 6 here. Thank you for checking. I was sure it was 6. You're gonna get better at chess one day. OMG, I would love to teach you. That would be so much fun. Best move for black. This is a check which forces this rook up to here. Which doesn't achieve anything. Maybe we can do this. But then they just take this, and then, I mean, we take it back, and then they take, and then we take. So they're not going to do that. So if I go to here, the threat of this checkmate is looming. No, because you can step this way, and you can also block this way. There's no strategy and not much experience. Yeah, a little bit of experience and a little bit of guidance would go a long way. You did your thing. Oh, this song is amazing as well. Vegas, baby. Vegas. Yeah, you guys really flipped my entire, like, a year. That year. I mean, I had a super good year. But I was very depressed at that moment in time for some reason. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I just got hit with like this massive wave of depression. Sucked back then. But it's all good. We're good. Life's good. If I go here, is it Rye? No, I is this? I think the stream's still up. Can someone else confirm, please, if stream's alright? It's just Candy. Oh, Nor. Oh, Nor, poor Candy. Stream is good. Wow, thank you. You guys think my stream is good? What the hell? That's so kind of you to say. What the hell? What the hell? I'm blushing. Okay, anyway, I think this is the move. Gamers and gamettes, I think this is the move. Why are you currying me? Nope. Tragedy, 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 tragedy. Oh, it's so obvious. Ooh. That's a posture check redeem, not a hydrate, and I just hydrated instead, so screw you, Blue. I'm gonna hydrate again, and I'm not gonna do the posture check. I'm joking. How you doing, Blue? Thank you for the redeem. How was your stream? Are you still streaming? I have a feeling you might still be live. Back to 2016. Hooray! You're making not much progress. Although I am completing more puzzles today than I have ever. So we're getting better, question mark, maybe? Cat, leave. No, cat, stay the frick here forever and never ever leave again. Cat, super glue your butt to the chair so you can keep staring at my stream. Why else would we be here? I know. I just like being really cringe and parasocial. Being insecure in a funny way. You're working at the nursing home back then? Holy. I want to say I finished high school in 2016. Hey, nice. Hey, welcome back. Bloop. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Insecure, not on my watch. I do it as a bit, you know? It's like whenever I have a genuine insecurity, but it's minor, I'll turn it into a joke. And then that way I can laugh at myself a little bit, you know? And you counter it very seriously. I appreciate that. Pretty sure I finished in 2016. No, I didn't. No, 2016 was the... Holy shit, never mind. Although chess could be this relaxing to study too. Like, watching me study, or have you been studying it yourself? I can do everything chill. You're so sweet, Rad. I appreciate you. You finished high school. I guess I did finish in 2016. Let me think. 2018 then. 2018. Sorry, yeah, multiple of 2. 16, 18. My bad. I think it's 2018. Mm-hmm. We're the same age. I skipped a year. of school. I had a gap year before I did my last year of school because of depression. Yeah, so that makes sense. It's 2018. "2016 is a year when my depression started. Yes, it was also the year when I met my first girlfriend. That's why I always think of 2016. Yeah. 06/06/16. Yeah. Yeah, dates. Very smart. Yeah, 2016 2016. Cat is okay. I don't know what cat is means, but thank you for the look. Appreciate you. No. 2018 is when I graduated. 2018. I just confused the year. Mm-hmm. Check. Maybe check. And check. Drawer old. Okay, Grandma. Okay, Haruji. Imagine graduating before that. Imagine being older than this Ridian Crescent guy. Couldn't be me. Imagine. Impossible. Ridian Crescent, more like Ridian Uncle. Uncle Dean Crescent. This song's really fun. I like this. I think it's called Sex. Is it? No, it's called Ugh. I'm pretty close. UGH. Thank you for the luck, Rad. I appreciate you very much. Not even a year older than you. I'm just joking. Feeling very conflicted? Why? Is it the big... I'm not going to say the age, but it is, isn't it? It's a big one. Yeah, I won't say it. Okay. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, everybody ages. Yeah, everybody ages. My life, second time. Don't know the capacity of fucking you meant to be helping me. If I check here, he has to go here. This forced move. But what do we achieve by making that check? I'm not sure. Yeah, we will follow very soon. Second time. Sorry, I'm just watching myself do card flourishes at the moment. Holy shit, I need to shave. What is going on with my beard? My beard. I did not mean to stream until 3 a.m., man. That is ridiculous. It's alright, we have one more hour. July 14th. To retake my final year when something happened and I had to step back for some reason. It pissed me off so bad I worked hard to graduate. Aww. Damn. That's really unfortunate. I didn't know that. Ah, beautiful song. Kai Dreams. Oh, I'm seeing something. A thought is being formed in my brain. We need to somehow get the queen to this square while throwing a check at the king so we can take the rook. Okay, so if we... How do we do that? So this forces the king to here. Then how do we check him again? Or what about going to here instead? If the king goes to here, we go here. If the king... Yeah, that's it. Oh my god. Beautiful. $2028. We are officially in the future, chat. Wake up. Oh my god. I'm seeing something really obvious, like, already. I don't know if this is how correct this is. Throw this here, he has to take it. Which means we do this. Is that Spirited Away? Yeah, the piano is the Spirited Away piano. The rap on top of it is just a cover. It's pretty nice, right? I only really got my high school graduation. My uni graduation was a Zoom call and an email. God, I love COVID. You played it so many times. Oh, wow. Okay, the question now is it better to attack with the rook first, or is it better to attack with the queen first? I'm not convinced that it's... Oh, no. There's a discovered check happening here as well. Like this. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm playing this off instinct at this point. I feel like there might be a checkmate here. That's why I don't want to take this just yet. It's better to not lose. Thank you for the advice. I didn't think about it that way. Wow. So I'm thinking we take... There isn't really much else to do other than take the queen. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, okay. Cool. 2039. Whoa, let's go. What an interesting opening. Oh my god, this is kind of devastating. This is about to happen, which is going to make this happen, which is going to make this happen. However, there's probably a crazy checkmate just staring us in the eyes right now. We're super far into the future. Oh my goodness. We're time traveling right now. You hope you have a man cave in the future. What would you put in your man cave other than maybe men? There's a queen trade staring us right in the face right now. So if we take that queen trade, king takes, then what? Nothing can happen. You are diabolic. It's just because you said man cave. I apologize if that was presumptuous of me. If this was a real game, if this was a game that I was playing, I would probably take this pawn with my knight. Or even with this pawn. I'd probably take it with the pawn, actually. Laugh real hard, okay. I'm glad. Alright, go for the queen trade first, and then the pawn. However, I think it's very instructive to realize that that's not the best thing I can do here. There has to be something a fair bit better, otherwise this wouldn't be a puzzle. So it's just a matter of finding... Oh, it's this. Look at this. Queen's Gambit. Beautiful. Okay. So we check here. He has to block like this or like this or like this, whatever. It doesn't matter how he blocks because we get a bishop out of it. He then takes this, then we take it. Or even the bishop takes it. I'm not sure. Whoa, that's going to be a bit icky. What is better to take with there? Probably the queen? Yeah. Blocks the pawn. We get that. Yeah. They don't even want us to think about it. Cool. 2051. We're almost at my PB, which is 2058. How much time left? 4 minutes. Let's see. Okay, last puzzle. Let's see if we can win this one. It is an end game. I kind of suck at these, unfortunately. Is it this? No, but then he goes to here. Oh, wow. If he goes to there, then I block by going here. I think. Then bishop takes, pawn takes, king takes, king takes. Black has advantage. If I take this, he has to step back, which means I can take a step here. Okay, let's count king moves from here. So I move this way, king moves this way. No. He has to make his way over to here. He can't fuck around with the bishop. He can't even go that way. That is the move. Whoa. Oh, that's so interesting. I mean, this is defended for a while. So we need to deal with the bishop first. Now, if I can get to this square, I can bully the bishop off. And eventually get my bishop to, let's say, here, then here. Yeah. I think that's the move. I've been doing really well off of instinct so far, so let's just go. I thought so. Wow. The king can't take because then I get to step in. So how do we do this now? Here, bishop takes, pawn takes, king takes. Do I still get there first? Okay. So king is here. My turn. King goes here. I'm boxed out. Okay. So we don't want this trade to occur. I wanted to be game focused. My own PC, few consoles, a round table for board games to destroy friendships with Uno, Monopoly, etc., and maybe a small reading area with beanbags. Oh, that sounds so nice. What the hell? The idea of being like, these are my gents, surfs up style is very funny. We are in 2051. We are. Just like posters of all of your favorite streamers and anime boys and K-pop boys and whatever. Wonderful. Okay, what if I do this? I go here. King has to take here. No. Okay, wait. So I do this, king takes. King is here. King here, I move. King goes here. No, it doesn't matter, because I'll lose my bishop. King can take this. Nah, and then there's a really big advantage. I can't then... I mean, oh, if I can get to here... K-pop boys? Yes, sir. I don't know. I'm assuming girls like K-pop boys. Not sure, bro. Not sure. Also, it says be back soon at the top now. I'm right. I'm literally right here. If we win this, this will be like really huge. I'd be very, very impressed and satisfied, I guess, not impressed. Boy paper. That's crazy. Bishop takes. Oh my, what about this craziness? Pawn takes 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No, yeah, that doesn't work. That can be blocked super duper easily, bruh. That's not what you want to do. Yeah, I was really tempted. Yeah, fair enough. If you don't have a lot of merch, you know, that says a lot. But there's a difference between liking K-pop and liking K-pop, you know what I mean? There's a difference between that. Bro, I can't believe I'm going to be reading till 4 a.m. Ugh. How do I keep putting myself in these situations? You touch your K-pop posters every day for good luck. There's a question I very much want to ask, but I don't know if it's appropriate to ask on stream. And it's not dumb either. It's a genuine, sincere question. But I'll DM it to you, Karen. I don't know if this is like reaching in our friendship, but I wanted to ask if there you go. Answer or don't, man. I don't mind. I just wanted you to know that that's what was going through my mind. I don't mind. K-pop fans scare me as much as Taylor Swift fans do. K-pop fans scare me more than Taylor Swift fans do. Way more. I think movie posters or cinematic shots from TV and films more than oh, I agree. That's kind of good. Like my question. Just saying, man. Yeah, they are kind of insane. They're scary, man. Delusional and scary. Oh, you don't have K-pop. Okay. That's so funny. Oh my god. Well done. Good answer. Caught him indeed. Why are my hands so orange, man? I'm just sitting here like staring at my hands now. And my face is so blue. Why are you blue? Okay. I need to finish this and get to reading, man, and get to bed. Jesus. I doesn't really like no other. Oh, Bean. If you like the cinematography in Better Call Saul, I have a show for you. The show is called Mr. Robot. It's nothing at all like Better Call Saul. However, the cinematography in that show, it does a similar thing to what Better Call Saul does, but better. So much better. And Mystical Robot. Oh my god. Mr. Robot is my favorite show of all time. It's not even close. Like, I love it so much that I'm scared to watch the final season. I'm scared to finish. I haven't seen the last season because the show is literally perfect in my eyes so far, and I'm scared that the final season is just like, I'm not ready for it. Carrot scene, Mr. Dude, you're so goated. Every single day I talk to you, Carrot, you become like a cooler and cooler person. It's blowing my mind. Do I post from artist friends and have them on my walls? Oh yeah, you know what? That's kind of cool. That's so valid. That's so valid. I really need to spend money on some artwork so I can like fill the wall up. Say less also. Oh, please do. Let me know how you feel about every single episode. I've memorized it. I've memorized that show. I've seen it 5 times, except for the final season, which I haven't seen a single episode from. And there's a lot of references to Mr. Robot in my Discord server. So you'll be in on the references at that point. Oh hell yeah, that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. I hope you enjoy it. It's also a British show. Okay. Last puzzle. We found the best move, right? The theory is correct. It's just I didn't expect this bishop move to go on. Rami Malek, yeah, he does such a good job. I'm so in love with Rami Malek in a very hetero way that you guys know the game, what's it called? Until Dawn? Right? Who here has played Until Dawn? I can't really talk about it unless you've played it. I'm pretty sure it's British. I'm not sure. Until Dawn, the game where like a bunch of people go to this but it's Pride. Oh, sorry. Let me lie about my sexuality for Pride Month. I'll be nice and gay for everyone. I'm gay for you guys. I'm gay for everyone in chat. Doesn't matter what your gender is. I'm attracted to you. I'm just saying. We're a group of college students go to a cabin to stay there, and yeah, he was in the game. But he pretended to be someone else right at the start, and he used like this voice changer, and I recognized he said one sentence, and I'm like, that's him. That's Rami Malek. That's I know it's him. I probably have a clip of it because I know him so freaking well. Let's see if I can find the clip, because you can sort by categories. By categories, search categories, Until Dawn. There's only 4 clips, so this will be super easy to find. Yeah. Found it. That was so easy to find. So the character's name was Josh. Why is this muted? Why is my clip muted? Oh no, I'm dumb as shit. My Firefox is muted. Oh, I got so scared. I was like, what's happened to my old clips? Elliot is the name of the character that Rami Malek plays in Mr. Robot. That's so funny. Yeah, I love Rami Malek. I really, really do. I think he's amazing. It blew my goddamn mind to see him in Twilight, by the way. I was like, what is this guy doing in Twilight? And he was a god in it as well, and he didn't do anything. He was like the Avatar, but he didn't do shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, Twilight, man. Twilight. Holy shit, Twilight. I don't want to talk about Twilight anymore. I'm upset. Man, we need to do one of we're gonna have to do some Twilight quizzes as well. Okay, what is the move here, guys? Can we all lock in for a second? What's the move? Can we move on with our lives? We're gonna sit in silence until I figure this out, alright? Alright, so bishop here, bishop takes, pawn takes, king takes. Pointless. King has to step this way, black king has to step this way. It's just repetition, 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 repetition. There's nothing either can do to progress. So if I move up here, king takes a step, king takes a step. Pointless, because this bishop still exists. King takes a step, king takes a step, king takes a step. GG's. King takes a step, king takes a step still. That's funny. So advancing the pawn is also not the correct option. So if I make a move here, not correct. Defending the pawn might be the move. Like this. Because this is what we initially wanted was for the king to take this. Right? Yeah, I think that's it. We just have to defend the pawn by not putting the bishop in the line of fire. I think that's it. Yeah, oh my god. New PB. Holy shit. Wow. 2064. That is a beautiful number to end the stream on. Wow. 2064. Look at that. Today was a really good day. What the hell? Lots of greens. We solved a bunch of puzzles too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 8, 9, 10. 10 puzzles. Damn. In a bit over an hour. Not bad. All right. Reading time, gamers. Let's switch to reading immediately. Let me put on the rain for everybody. Rainymood.com. Actually, I will quickly go to the bathroom and then we will do some reading. I sigh. Wait, what's up? Why are you sighing, bruh? Don't sigh. I'll be back in like 2 seconds, guys. I won't even be long. All right, goobers, I'm back. Oh, my counting? Oh, because I said. It's genuinely like a I hate it. I hate it so much, but I can't not do it. It just gets engagement every time. It gets engagement from people hating on it, and it gets engagement from people engaging with it. It's unfortunately optimal. Speaking of those numbers, tomorrow is day 7. All right. So we skipped into the book a little bit, but we have a bit more time today. So maybe we can read a longer story. Maybe I'll treat you guys with a bit more reading. Let me change to reading. Okay, workout's done, aim training's done, chess is done, last one is reading. Alright. Alright, friends, friendos. Let's see if I can find something long. I really want to read the book in order. You know, it makes sense. I did skip yesterday, but that's just because I needed to get some sleep. Alright, so we read the last was Nameless City 24. Herbert West Reanimator is 24 pages long. That might take me 2 hours, but I guess we'll start. I'll start a timer as well, just so I can see. No, whatever. It's 3:30 a.m. I gotta. So what page is that? 34. All right, never read this one before, so bear with me. I skipped what yesterday? I didn't skip anything, sorry. I should clarify. I didn't read. I skipped stories is what I skipped yesterday. I skipped into the book. We skipped a bunch of stories to get to a shorter one, because that's 20 pages, that's 9 pages, that's 20 pages again, that's 7 pages. We found one that was only like 4 or 5 pages long, and we read that. Yeah, the last one was so that was the one we skipped to, but the last one was about the guy who was exploring the castle, and he found the city of the underground glowing infinite city of lizards, of lizard people. I don't even remember what the title of that story was, but that was the story we read before this one, in sequence, I guess, at least. All right, let me just make sure focus is all correct. I don't know how the focus keeps like getting out of whack, but there you go. Not that anybody's reading the words, unless you want to. Do you guys want to be able to read the words? It's upside down though. I could spin it. Do you think that'd be valuable? Would that be valuable? Transform, rotate 180 degrees. There you go. You get that right POV now. You hate reading. That's crazy. All right. The problem is the focal distance is so specific. All right, let's just make it as flat as possible. This is more zoomed in on my hands than I ever thought I'd be comfortable with. Nah, it's pointless. It's a cute idea, but it's pointless. Oh, is this is an interesting angle. I've never huh. This is what my desk looks like. Cool. Okay. Pasta, linguine, pepperoni. Hello. Yeah, it's story time. All right. So Herbert West, Reanimator. Oh, there's parts to this story. The chapters in this story. That's crazy. Oh, there are chapters. That's why this one's so long. Oh, that's cool. We can stop at a different chapter. Okay, nice. Oh, that makes it so much nicer. Herbert West, Reanimator by H.P. Lovecraft, Chapter 1, From the Dark. Of Herbert West, who was my friend in college and in other life, I can speak only with extreme terror. This terror is not due altogether to the sinister manner of his recent disappearance, but was endangered by the whole nature of his life work, and first gained its acute form. And am I leaning into the camera? I really don't want to do that. I am. Okay, that's fine. And first gained its acute form more than 17 years ago, when we were in the third year of our course at the Miskatonic University Medical School in Arkham. While he was with me, the wonder and diabolism of his experiments fascinated me utterly, and I was his closest companion. Now that he is gone and the spell is broken, the actual fear is greater. Memories and possibilities are ever more hideous than realities. The first horrible incident of our acquaintance was the greatest shock I ever experienced, and it is only with reluctance that I repeat it. As I have said, it happened when we were in medical school, where West had already made himself notorious through his wild theories on the nature of death and the possibility of overcoming it artificially. His views, which were widely ridiculed by the faculty and by his fellow students, hinged on the essentially mechanistic nature of life, and concerned means for operating the organic machinery of mankind by calculated chemical action after the failure of natural processes. In his experiments with various animating solutions, he had killed and treated immense number of rabbits, guinea pigs, cats, dogs, and monkeys till he had become the prime nuisance of the college. Several times he had actually obtained signs of life in animals supposedly dead. In many cases, violent signs, but he soon saw that the perfection of his process, if indeed possible... I need to move the light. Okay, there we go. I liked what the mic was, man, but okay. Ooh, there's a not so great word in coming up. I don't know how PC it is for me to say that. It's okay. I'll read it. I don't think I'll get in trouble. I'm reading a book. Okay. Possible would necessarily involve a lifetime of research. Wait, so what? Sorry. In many cases, violent signs, but he soon saw that the perfection of his process, if indeed possible, wouldn't necessarily involve a lifetime of research. It likewise became clear that, since the same solution never worked alike on different organic species, he would require human subjects for further and more specialized progress. It was here that he first came into conflict with the college authorities, and was debarred from future experiments by no less a dignitary than the dean of the medical school himself, the learned and benevolent Dr. Alan Halsey, whose work on behalf of the stricken is recorded by every old resident of Arkham. I had always been exceptionally tolerant of West's pursuits, and we frequently discussed his theories, whose ramifications and corollaries were almost infinite. Holding with Haeckel that all life is a chemical and physical process, and that the so-called soul is a myth, my friend believed that artificial reanimation of the dead can depend only on the condition of the tissues, and that unless actual decomposition has set in, a corpse fully equipped with organs may, with suitable measures, be set going again in the peculiar fashion known as life. That the psychic or intellectual life might be impaired by the slight deterioration of sensitive brain cells, which even a short period of death would be apt to cause, West fully realized. It had at first been his hope to find a regent which would restore vitality before the actual advent of death, and only repeated failures on animals had shown him that the natural and artificial life motions were incompatible. He then sought extreme freshness in his specimens, injecting his solutions into the blood immediately after the extinction of life. It was this circumstance which made the professor so carelessly skeptical, for they felt that true death had not occurred in any case. They did not stop to view the matter closely and reasoningly. This is so interesting. What book is this? Welcome back, Candy. This book is The Necronomicon by H.P. Lovecraft. It is a anthology of his best tales. So we're just reading a different story from it every day. Today we are reading the Herbert West Reanimator, and it's talking about a doctor who wanted to try and learn about making corpses not be dead anymore, because he believed that life is just a chemical experience. It's not, there's no such thing as a soul. So if you can inject the right chemicals and decomposition hasn't set in, you can give someone life again. It was not long after the faculty had interdicted his work that West confided to me his resolution to get fresh bodies in some manner and continue in secret the experiments he could no longer perform openly. To hear him discussing ways and means was rather ghastly, for at the college we had never procured anatomical specimens ourselves. Whenever the morgue proved inadequate, 2 local Negroes attended to this matter, and they were seldom questioned. West was then a small, slender, spectacled youth with delicate features, yellow hair, pale blue eyes, and a soft voice, and it was uncanny to hear him dwelling on the relative merits of Christ Church Cemetery and the Potter's Field. Because practically everybody in Christ Church was embalmed, a thing, of course, ruinous to West's research. I was by this time... Welcome back, Kush. We just started the story. All you've missed is talk about a student, a medical student, who is trying to learn how to make dead bodies come back to life because he doesn't believe the soul exists. And it's all a chemical process. And he's currently trying to acquire human bodies so he can test his theories. I was by this time his active and enthralled assistant and helped him make all his decisions, not only concerning the source of bodies, but concerning a suitable place for our loathsome work. It was I who thought of the deserted Chapman farmhouse beyond Meadow Hill, where we fitted up on the ground floor an operating room and a laboratory, each with dark curtains to conceal our midnight doings. The place was far from any road, and in sight of no other house, yet precautions were nonetheless necessary. Since rumors of strange lights started by chance nocturnal roamers would soon bring disaster on our enterprise, it was agreed to call the whole thing a chemical laboratory. If discovery should occur, gradually we equipped our sinister haunt of science with materials either purchased in Boston or quietly borrowed from the college. Materials carefully made unrecognizable save to expert eyes, and provided spades and picks for the many burials we should have to make in the cellar. At the college we used an incinerator, but the apparatus was too costly for our unauthorized laboratory. Bodies were always a nuisance, Even the small guinea pig bodies from the slight clandestine experiments in West's room at the boarding house. Ugh. We followed the local death notices like ghouls, for our specimens demanded particular qualities. What we wanted were corpses interred soon after death and without artificial preservation, preferably free from malforming disease, and certainly with all organs present. Accident victims were our best hope. Not for many weeks did we hear of anything suitable, though. We talked with morgue and hospital authorities. I did read that correctly. Not for many weeks did we hear of anything suitable, though we talked with morgue and hospital authorities, ostensibly in the college's interest, as often as we could without exciting suspicion. We found that the college had first choice in every case, so that it might be necessary to remain in Arkham during the summer, when only the limited summer school classes were held. In the end, though, luck favored us, for one day we heard of an almost ideal case in the Potter's Field. A brawny young workman drowned only the morning before in Summer's Pond and buried at the town's expense without delay or embalming. That afternoon, we found the new grave and determined to begin work soon after midnight. Dude, that's crazy, man. It was a repulsive task that we undertook in the black small hours, even though we lacked at the time the special horror of graveyards which later experiences brought to us. We carried spades and oil dark lanterns, for although electric torches were then manufactured, they were not as satisfactory as the tungsten contrivances of today. The process of unearthing was slow and sordid, and it might have been gruesomely poetical if we had been artists and instead of scientists. Wait, how would it have been poetic? Might have been gruesomely poetical if we had been artists instead of scientists. The process of unearthing was slow and sordid. I don't get that. And we were glad when our spades struck wood. When the pine box was fully uncovered, West scrambled down and removed the lid, dragging out and propping up the contents. I reached down and hauled the contents out of the grave, and then both toiled hard to restore the spot to its former appearance. The affair made us rather nervous, especially the stiff form and vacant face of our first trophy, but we managed to remove all traces of our visit. When we had patted down the last shovelful of earth, we put the specimen in a canvas sack and set out for the old Chapman place beyond Meadow Hill. Dude, that's crazy. Nowadays, we know that if you die, if you are declared brain dead, your brain cells start to die in the thousands per second. If you are brain dead for more than 10 minutes, your brain doesn't function anymore. Even if there was a way to like chemically bring you back. That's insane. I don't know how accurate that is, by the way, but I just know that we know that brain cells deteriorate very quick. On an improvised dissecting table in the old farmhouse, by the light of a powerful acetylene lamp, that is a new word, acetylene lamp, the specimen was not very spectral looking. It had been a sturdy and apparently unimaginative youth of wholesome plebeian type. Large-framed, grey-eyed, and brown-haired. A sound animal. A sound animal without psychological subtleties, and probably having vital processes of the simplest and healthiest sort. Now, with the eyes closed, it looked more asleep than dead, though the expert test of the friend soon left no doubt on the score. We had at least what West had always longed for, a real dead man of the ideal kind, ready for the solution, prepared according to the most careful calculations and theories for human use. The tension on our part became very great. We knew that there was scarcely a chance for anything like complete success, and could not avoid hideous fears at possible grotesque results of partial animation. Especially were we apprehensive concerning the mind and pulses of the creature, since in the space following death, some of the more delicate cerebral cells might well have suffered deterioration. I myself still held some curious notions about the traditional soul of man and felt an awe at the secrets that might be told by one returning from the dead. I wondered what sights this placid youth might have seen in inaccessible spheres, what he could relate it fully. What Oh my god, what he could relate if fully restored to life. But my wonder was not overwhelming, since for the most part I shared the materialism of my friend. He was calmer than I as he forced a large quantity of his fluid into a vein of the body's arm, immediately binding the incision securely. The waiting was gruesome, but West never faltered. Every now and then he applied his stethoscope to the specimen and bore the negative results philosophically. After about 3/4 of an hour, without the least sign of life, he disappointedly pronounced the solution inadequate, but determined to make the most of his opportunity and try one change in the formula before disposing of his ghastly prize. We had that afternoon dug a grave in the cellar and would have to fill it by dawn. For although we had fixed a lock on the house, we wished to shun even the remotest risk of a ghoulish discovery. Besides, the body would not be even approximately fresh the next night. So taking this solitary acetylene lamp into the adjacent laboratory, we left our silent guest on the slab in the dark, bent every energy to the mixing of a new solution. The weighing and measuring supervised by West with an almost fanatical care. Trust me, my uncle created humanity. Oh my god. Your uncle's God? The awful event was very sudden and wholly unexpected. I was pouring something from one test tube to another, and West was busy over the alcohol blast lamp, which had to answer for a Bunsen burner in this gasless edifice. When from which the pitch-black room we had left there burst the most appalling and demoniac succession of cries that either of us had ever heard. Not more utterable could have been the chaos of hellish sound if the pit itself had opened to release the agony of the damned, for in one inconceivable cacophony was centered all the supernal terror and unnatural despair of animate nature. Human it could not have been. It is not in man to make such sounds, and without a thought of our late employment or its possible discovery, both West and I leaped to the nearest window like stricken animals, overturning tubes, lamps, and retorts, and vaulting madly into the starred abyss of the rural night. I think we screamed ourselves as we stumbled frantically toward the town, though as we reached the outskirts we put on a semblance of restraint, just enough to seem like belated revelers staggering home from a debauch. We did not separate, but managed to get into West's room, where we whispered with the gas up until dawn. But then we had calmed ourselves a little with rational theories and plans for investigation so that we could sleep through the day. Classes being disregarded. But that evening, 2 items in the paper, wholly unrelated, made it again impossible for us to sleep. The old deserted Chapman house had inexplicably burned to an amorphous heap of ashes that we could understand because of the upset lamp. Also, an attempt had been made to disturb a new grave in the potter's field, as if by futile and spadeless clawing at the earth that we could not understand, for we had patted down the mound very carefully, and for 17 years after that, West would look frequently over his shoulder and complain of fancied footsteps behind him. Now he has disappeared. Whoa. What? They just ran? And then in the newspaper, they hear that the building they were working in got burnt down, and the grave that they dug up was being... someone attempted to claw it back up? What? That's crazy. Oh, this is a good one. This is really good. Okay. 2. The Plague Demon. Chapter 2, I should say. I should never forget that hideous summer 16 years ago when, like a noxious. I'm not comfortable. Oh, man. I'm so tired of sitting at this desk, man. I should be reading while standing up. I honestly should be reading while standing up, but that's fine. Peace back out real quick. Yeah, I don't know, but apparently 17 years he lived. Anyway, chapter 2, The Plague Demon. I shall never forget that hideous summer 16 years ago when, like a noxious affright from the halls of Eblis, typhoid stalked leering through Arkham. It is by that satanic scourge that most recall the year, for truly terror brooded with bat wings over the piles of coffins in the tombs of Christchurch Cemetery. Yet for me, there is a greater horror in that time, a horror known to me alone now that Herbert West has disappeared. West and I were doing postgraduate work and summer classes at the medical school of Miskatonic University. My friend had attained a wide notoriety because of his experiments leading toward the revivification of the dead. After the scientific slaughter of uncounted small animals, the freakish work had ostensibly stopped by order of our skeptical dean, Dr. Alan Halsey. The West had continued to perform certain secret tests in the dingy boarding house room, and had on one terrible and unforgettable occasion taken a human body from its cave on the Potter's Field to a deserted farmhouse beyond Meadow Hill. So it's a recap. Okay, interesting. I was with him on that odious occasion and saw him inject into the still veins the elixir which he bought, which B thought would to some extent restore life's chemical and physical processes. It had ended horribly in a delirium of fear which we gradually came to attribute to our own overwrought nerves, and West had never afterward been able to shake off a maddening sensation of being haunted and hunted. The body had not been quite fresh enough. It is obvious that to restore normal mental attributes, a body must be very fresh indeed, and the burning of the old house had prevented us from burying the thing. It would have been better if we could have known it was underground. If we could known it was underground. After that experience, West had dropped his researches for some time, but as the zeal of the born scientist slowly returned, he again became importunate with the college faculty, pleading for the use of the dissecting room and of fresh human specimens for the work he regarded as so overwhelmingly important. His pleas, however, were wholly in vain. The decision of Dr. Halsey was inflexible, and the other professors all endorsed the verdict of their leader. In the radical theory of reanimation, they saw nothing but the immature vagaries of a youthful enthusiast whose slight form, yellow hair, spectacle blue eyes, and soft voice gave no hint of the supernormal, almost diabolical power of the cold brain within. I can see him now as he was then, and I shiver. He grew sterner of face, but never elderly, and now Sefton has had the mishap, and West has vanished. West clashed disagreeably with Dr. Halsey near the end of our last undergraduate term in a wordy dispute that did less credit to him than to the kindly dean in point of courtesy. He felt that he has needlessly and irrationally... Oh my god. That's a bad word. Okay, he felt that he was needlessly and irrationally... I'm reading a book. It's fine. Okay. He felt that he was needlessly and irrationally retarded in a supremely great work. A work which he could, of course, conduct to suit himself in later years, but which he wished to begin while still possessed of the exceptional facilities of the university. That the tradition-bound elders why can't I find the next line? That the tradition-bound elders should ignore his singular results on animals and persist in their denial of the possibility of reanimation was inexpressibly disgusting and almost incomprehensible to a youth of West's logical temperament. only greater maturity could help him understand the chronic mental limitations of the professor doctor type. The product of generations of pathetic puritanism, kindly conscientious, and sometimes gentle and amiable, yet always narrow, intolerant, custom-ridden, and lacking in perspective. Holy crap, this is rough. Is it reading and writing category? I believe I've already switched to it, Kush. Ah, shit, I didn't switch to it, man. I 100% typed it before, but I didn't click on it. There you go. Fixed. Thank you, Kush, for letting me know. But yeah, anyway, that R word is not that big of a deal in Australia, but Americans get really upset about it when you use it. But in this context, it's perfectly fine. I am reading a book. Where was I? Holy shit. No charity for these incomplete yet high sold characters. No. Did I confuse you with Joe? I did confuse you with Joe. I'm so sorry, Kush. I'm so sorry, Kush. My bad, Kush. I appreciate you, Kush. Narrow, intolerant, conscious, and sometimes gentle and amiable, yet always narrow, intolerant, custom-ridden, and lacking in perspective. Age has more charity for these incomplete yet high-souled characters, whose worst real vice is timidity. Oh, that's a cool word. Timidity. Timidity. Huh. Timidity. I really like that word. And I've completely lost where it is. I found it. Whose worst real vice is timidity, and who are ultimately punished by gentle ridicule for their intellectual sins. Sins like Ptolemism, Calvinism, anti-Darwinism, anti-Nietzscheism. Oh my fucking god. Anti-Nietzscheism. Oh my, I might need to look up a pronunciation, guys. It's a name which sucks. Anti-Nietzscheism. It's German, man. It had to be the German words. I'm going to type it in chat. Nietzscheism. 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 I don't know how to say that. Nietzscheism. I gotta look up the pronunciation. Like, I have to. I have to look up what. That's not a word? It's not a German word? I mean, the checklist does say Rai looks up a pronunciation. It doesn't say Rai looks up a pronunciation of a word. Oh, he's a philosopher? Okay, then it's okay. I do want to look it up then. It happened. 39 pages into the book, but it happened. It was going to happen anyway. All right. Well, unfortunately, I do have to look this up. Let's see. Nietzscheism. Holy shit. How do I spell this, man? S-Nietzscheism. Nietzscheanism. It's Nietzscheanism. Ah, that's so easy to pronounce now that I've seen the alternate spelling for it. Nietzscheanism. That's not even that hard. Oh, my brain just couldn't. I did it. Nietzsche. Yeah. Nietzscheanism. The philosophical worldview derived from the 19th century German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. It advocates for overcoming the traditional morality and nihilism by creating one's own values through the will to power, aiming to evolve toward the Übermensch and fiercely embracing life as it is. Amor fati. 4 philosophical pillars. The death of God, will to power, master versus slave morality. Oh, interesting. Nietzsche critiqued traditional Christian values as slave morality, which he believed glorified weakness, passivity, and equality merely to suppress the strong. Master morality. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, this guy was kind of I see. He's he's that kind of a German. The Übermensch, the ideal of individual who creates their own values in the wake of God's death and rises above the conformist herd mentality. All right. I'm really upset I mispronounced that. Übermensch. Wicked. Yeah, the teachings of Nietzsche. Yeah. Yeah, Nietzscheanism. Well, all right, that's a bingo task complete. Wow, it's been a while. What is the task reward for Rye looks up a pronunciation? It is... I have to say ubu after every sentence. That's a funny one. Hold on, let me put a card in the book. Ooh, after every sentence. I thought it'd be funny to put that behind looking up a pronunciation. Ugh. And the word was Nietzscheanism. Because I don't speak German. And I don't know German names, unfortunately. Nierschim. That's so weird. Can't even see the bingo sheet right. It's okay. It's not that interesting. I just changed this tile. Look, it's green now. There you go. Nietzscheanism. Nietzscheism. Nietzscheism. It's still a really hard word to read. Nietzscheism. 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 Because that's not how you read it in modern day English. Modern day English calls it Nietzscheanism. But Nietzscheism is studies of Nietzsche. Sounds like you're speaking in... A lot of people say that about German, right? Nietzsche. Nietzscheism. Nietzscheism. But there's no ism. It's just Nietzscheism. Because there's no ism, right? Oh no, there is. I just didn't type it. There is an ism. I'm an idiot. Nietzscheism. I mistyped it in chat. My bad. Nietzscheism is the proper pronunciation. Nietzscheism. All right. Sorry to derail this, but I want to pronounce things correctly. Day 7. Oh, 6, sorry. Wow. Wow. Whoa, look at this. Whoa, camera lineup. My right arm is like... That's so funny. What an accident. Oh, that's so trippy. Okay, anyway, sorry. Cameras aren't that interesting, right? But yeah, I have to say ooh after every sentence whenever this happens. Crunch, yeah, like my arm is so small. Whoa, dude, that's so cool. All right, guys. Stop. Relax, everybody, okay? Let's get back to reading. Okay. Anti-Nietzscheism. And now I'm making it sound Asian. Anti-Nietzscheism and every sort of Sabbatarianism. See, that's a word I know. Sabbatarianism and sumptuary legislation. West Young, despite his marvelous scientific acquirements, had scant patience with good Dr. Halsey. and his erudite colleagues, and nursed an increasing resentment coupled with the desire to prove his theories to these obtuse worthies in some striking and dramatic fashion. Like most youths, he indulged in elaborate daydreams of revenge, triumph, and final magnanimous forgiveness. That entire speech was just him talking shit about people. I love that. And then had come the scourge, grinning and lethal from the nightmare caverns of Tartarus. West and I had graduated about the time of its beginning, but had remained for additional work at the summer school, so that we were in Arkham when it broke with full demoniac fury upon the town. Though not as yet licensed physicians, we now had our degrees and were pressed frantically into public service as the numbers of the stricken grew. The situation was almost past management, and deaths ensued too frequently for the local undertakers fully to handle. Burials without embalming were made in rapid... Oh my god, no way. The plague? Burials without embalming were made in rapid succession, and even the Christchurch Cemetery receiving tomb was crammed with coffins of the unembalmed dead. This circumstance was not without effect on West, who thought often of the irony of the situation. So many fresh specimens, yet none of his persecuted researches. That's crazy. We were frightfully overworked, and the terrific mental and nervous strain made my friend brood morbidly. But West's gentle enemies were no less harassed with prostrating duties. College had all but closed, and every doctor of the medical faculty was helping to fight that typhoid plague. Dr. Halsey, in particular, had distinguished himself in sacrificing service, applying his extreme skill with wholehearted energy to cases which many others shunned because of danger or apparent hopelessness. Before a month was over, the fearless dean had become a popular hero, though he seemed unconscious of his fame as he struggled to keep from collapsing with physical fatigue and nervous exhaustion. West could not withhold admiration for the fortitude of his foe. Because of this, was even more determined to prove to him the truth of his amazing doctrines. Taking advantage of the disorganization of both college work and municipal health regulations, he managed to get a recently deceased body smuggled into the university dissecting room one night, and in my presence injected a new modification of his solution. The thing actually opened its eyes, but only stared at the ceiling with a look of soul-petrifying horror before collapsing into an inertness from which nothing could rouse it. West said it was not fresh enough. The hot summer air does not favor corpses. That time we were almost caught before we incinerated the thing, and West doubted the advisability of repeating his daring misuse of the college laboratory. Jesus Christ, man. This is so fucked up. There's something about dead bodies that just like, when something has died, I don't want to be anywhere near it or touch it or anything anymore. It's like, it's dead. Let's not get weird. The peak of the epidemic was reached in August. West and I were almost dead, and Dr. Halsey did die on the 14th. The students all attended the hasty funeral on the 15th. Oh, my eye is itchy. Give me a second. The students all attended the hasty funeral on the 15th and bought an impressive wreath, though the latter was quite overshadowed by the tribute sent by wealthy Arkham citizens and by the municipality itself. It was almost a public affair, for the dean had surely been a public benefactor. After the entombment, we were all somewhat depressed and spent the afternoon at the bar of the commercial house. Oh my god, no way he takes the dean's body! Where West, though shaken by the death of his chief opponent, chilled the rest of us with references to his notorious theories. Most of the students went home or to various duties as the evening advanced, so West persuaded me to aid him in making a night of it. Oh my god. West's landlady saw us arrive at his room about 2 in the morning with a third man between us, and told her husband that we had all evidently dined and wined rather well. Apparently, this acidulous matron was right. For about 3 a.m., the whole house was aroused by cries coming from West's room, where when they broke down the door, they found the two of us unconscious on the blood-stained carpet, beaten, scratched, and mauled, and with the broken remnants of West's bottles and instruments around us. Oh my god, only an open window told what had become of our assailant, and many wondered how he himself had fared after the terrific leap from the second story to the lawn which he must have made. My god. There were some strange garments in the room, but West, upon regaining consciousness, said they did not belong to the stranger, but were specimens collected for bacteriological analysis in the course of investigations on the transmission of germ diseases. He ordered them burnt as soon as possible in the capacious fireplace. To the police, we both declared ignorance of our late companion's identity. He was, West nervously said, a congenial stranger whom we had met at some downtown bar of an uncertain location. We had all been rather jovial, and West and I did not wish to have our pugnacious companion hunted down. Pugnacious. What does pugnacious mean? Pugnacious. Pugnacious is an adjective that describes someone who is eager, quick, or naturally inclined to argue, quarrel, or fight. Ah, pugnacious, huh? That's a word that some people would describe me as. Interesting. That same night saw the beginning of the second Arkham horror, the horror that to me eclipsed the plague itself. Christchurch Cemetery was the scene of a terrible killing. A watchman having been clawed to death in a manner not only too hideous for description, but raising a doubt as to the human agency of the deed. The victim had been seen alive considerably after midnight. The dawn revealed the unutterable thing. The manager of a circus at the neighboring town of Bolton was questioned, but he swore that no beast had at any time escaped from its cage. Those who found the body noted a trail of blood leading to the receiving tomb, where a small pool of red lay on the concrete just outside the gate. A fainter trail led away toward the woods, but it soon gave out. The next night, devils danced on the roofs of Arkham, and unnatural madness howled in the wind. Through the fevered town had crept a curse which some said was greater than the plague, and which some whispered was the embodied demon soul of the plague itself. 8 houses were entered by a nameless thing which strewed red death in its wake. In all 17. 2B, thank you so much for the raid! Hi 2B, welcome to Raiders! Oh, sorry, let me change scenes. Hello everyone! Oh my god, it's so dark. I'm so sorry. I'm reading. It's very late. How's your stream? Hi 2B. Let me give you a shout out. Yeah, welcome in, Raiders. My name is Ridian Orai. If this is the first time you're meeting me, did I just shout myself out? That's how tired I am. What a dumb person. Oh my god, I am. Whoa, that's so silly. At least it didn't work. Thank god it worked the second time. What a great introduction to me. There you go. Holy egocentric Ridian. So self-centered. SOH indeed. Welcome in, everybody. I'm doing a subathon. The timer right there shows how long I have to stream for, not counting sleeping. We are on day 6 of this ordeal. Tomorrow will be day 7. Subs, follows, donations, bits, everything adds to the timer. And there's a bingo board incentive system, as you can see, where if any of the white tiles goals are reached, a reward is revealed underneath. And then once a bingo is completed, I have to enact that reward. Just recently, I had to look up the pronunciation of a word. It was a German word, and I've completely forgotten it already, but it was a German name, not a word. But yeah, we're reading H.P. Lovecraft at the moment. That's what you guys rated into. I have about 20 more minutes of reading to do, and then we're done for the day. So I'll pass you guys on. But in the meantime, yeah, we're doing a subathon, and every day I have to do a set list of tasks. They're in the title. Anyway, I'm yapping a lot. I'm so sorry. I hope you all are well. How was your stream, 2B? What did you do? Patience is a virtue. Oh, really interesting. Does anybody have any cool clips they would like to share from 2B? From 2B's stream? Lovecraft, which title? The book is called the Necronomicon, which is, I think, a collection of a crap ton of his stuff. The story we are currently reading is Herbert West Reanimator. Super good. We watched the Wholesome Games Direct and play a little bit of a demo of the game shown in the Direct. Oh, so cool. I'm so excited that my most anticipated game is coming out the next 2 months. Oh. Whoa. That's really exciting, 2B. What game are you anticipating? 6-7. But raiders, if you need to raid and rest, raid and run, raid and rest, whatever you need to do, please feel free to do so. I'm going to keep reading because it is currently 4:20 a.m. in Australia. Trigalia, another raid. Welcome in, raiders. Thank you so much for the raid. Hi, Trigalia. Holy shit, dude, I look like garbage, man. We're just not gonna full screen my face. How was your stream, Trigalia? Let me actually shout out the raider this time and not someone completely different. Like a nonce. That did not work. That's not the word I meant to use. Fields of Mystery. Oh yeah, I know that one. Bro, the shadow command is not working. This sucks. Okay, that one worked. Guys, please go check out Trigalia. I'll do it. It doesn't like me for some reason. How was your stream? What were you playing? What did you guys get up to? Kingdom Come. Nice. Deliverance. Very nice. Finally, I can get married and have kids with my husbandos. Ayo. 2B's getting married. 2B's going to be taken off the dating market. And you got mugged. Sick. But yes, I am doing a subathon. I explained it briefly. There's a bingo board incentive system. You can type !bingo to learn more about it. There's a subathon going on, !subathon to learn more about that. And I'm doing some reading at the moment. So that's what you guys caught me doing. So I'm going to continue reading. I'm tired as frick. It's 4:20 a.m. I have about 20 more minutes of reading to do, or whenever I find a decent spot to stop. And then I will talk about what we're doing tomorrow. Because okay, I'll talk about that now, actually, since you guys are here. I value your time. Tomorrow, I am playing a bunch of community games which are free to join. We're doing Apex Legends custom lobbies. We're doing Marvel Rivals open lobbies. And then we're playing Super Battle Golf with whoever would like to play. So if you're interested in any of those, join the Discord server and you'll be able to participate. And if you need the link to the Discord server, it is unfortunately not public. It is there. That's the Discord link. Anyway, I'm going to continue reading. I really appreciate it. If you guys need to go take care of yourselves, I'm sure you guys streamed for a while. Please do so. Hope I can drop by. It should be really fun. Super Battle Golf is always a really, really good time. It'll be in approximately 12 hours is when the Apex will start. Each game will go for about 2 hours. It'll be an interesting bedtime story. These stories are super good. I've been enjoying reading so much. All right. Let's continue, friends. And you can see what the vibes are like and see if you want to keep me open in your background. Off to sauna. Oh, enjoy. Iridian, please rest soon. It must be super late. It's very late for me. It is It's 4:20 a.m. It's 4:20 a.m., man. But I appreciate you, Trigalia, so much. Thank you so much for sharing your community with me. It's very, very kind of you. Okay. Oh, that's so sweet, Tubi. All right, we'll match the vibes then. Okay. It is a horror story, though, and this one specifically is talking about reanimating corpses. So, a lot of, might not be for everyone, but reading is reading, and we will continue it. Okay. 8 houses were entered, a nameless thing which strewed red death in its wake. In all, 17 maimed and shapeless. What? Okay. In all, 17 maimed and shapeless remnants of bodies were left behind by the voiceless, sadistic monster that crept abroad. A few persons had half seen it in the dark and said it was white and like a malformed ape or anthropomorphic fiend. It had not left behind quite all that it had attacked, for sometimes it had been hungry. The number it had killed was 14. 3 of the bodies had been in stricken homes and had not been alive. Man. So this thing killed... This thing ate from dead bodies as well? Overdramatic piano music. I just like the vibe of the rain a little bit more. On the 3rd night, frantic bands of searchers, led by the police, captured it in a house on Crane Street near the Miskatonic. Oh my god, there's a K in there which kept throwing me off. Miskatonic campus. They had organized the quest with care, keeping in touch by means of volunteer telephone stations. And when someone in the college district had reported hearing a scratching at a shuttered window, the net was quickly spread. On account of the general alarm and precautions, there were only 2 more victims, and the capture was effected without major casualties. The thing was finally stopped by a bullet, though not a fatal one, and was rushed to the local hospital amidst universal excitement and loathing, for it had been a man. This much was clear despite the nauseous eyes. Voiceless simianism and the demonic savagery. They dressed the wound and carted it to the asylum at Subathon, where it beat its head against the walls of a padded cell for 16 years, until the recent mishap, when it escaped under circumstances that few like to mention. What had most disgusted the searchers of Arkham was the thing they noticed when the monster's face was cleaned: the mocking, unbelievable resemblance to a learned and self-sacrificing martyr who had been entombed but 3 days before, the late Dr. Alan Halsey, public benefactor and dean of the medical school of Miskatonic University. To the vanished Herbert West, and to me, the disgust and horror was supreme. I shudder tonight as I think of it, shudder even more than I did that morning, when West muttered through his bandages, "Damn it, it wasn't quite fresh enough." Oh my god. What? I started reading Dracula last year as well. The original one. I have recordings of myself reading it, but I never posted it. Also, holy shit, what is this book, man? What, this is messed up. This is messed way the hell up. Oh my god, there's like 6 pages to the next chapter. I've been reading for over an hour at this point. Make it into one big video. I hope to do that. I really hope to do that. It's going to take a little bit of editing though, because I do take a lot of breaks. But I will definitely do that, Candy. That was the goal. Part of me wanted to like record my voice while I did it, but I think it would be it would take away from the reading too much. So I will go through the VOD. The rain will be removed and it'll be just my voice. And I will do that. Very on brand for Lovecraft. I think we're gonna stop here, guys, because if I keep reading, it's gonna take me another 40 minutes. And as much as I'm really enjoying this, it's nearly 5 a.m. It's really unfortunate. We just got raided, but I think I have to kind of take care of myself a little bit. I've got another stream coming up tomorrow anyway. So we're on chapter 3, 6 Shots by Moonlight. I will we will finish this story tomorrow. So in approximately less than 24 hours, we will be finishing this story. Because I have to read every single day. Hi Cosmic. Did I not spin your wheel? Oh, I'm so sorry, bro. Thank you so much for reminding me. Let's spin your wheel. It's not on this thing. Here you go. Wheel spin. I apologize for my face. I'm really tired. Nothing. Whole load of nothing. We'll let you know how my dream is tonight. Please do. I would appreciate that. Let's find someone to rage. I'm really blue as well. I don't know what's happened, why I'm so blue. But, oh, I know why I'm so blue. Oh, shit, sorry, wrong scene. It's because I was messing with this. That's the color I should be. Or like, oh my god. Why was I so blue before? Okay, fixed. That was an easy fix. Why are you blue? The light is still off, by the way. Is it? Are you sure? Scam is so good. I love the scam so much. Wheel of nothing. He's been blue this whole time. No, just for ever since I opened AIM Labs, my camera changed then, which is about an hour and a half ago. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's. You reckon? Are you sure though? Are you? How can you be sure if it's off or not? Yeah, I apologize, Raiders. I don't want to keep streaming for too long. Like I said, I'm tired as hell. As happy as it would make me to keep going in your company, I unfortunately have to keep streaming every single damn day. So if I don't pace myself, I will crash and burn and die and cry. In that order. Oh yeah, we've had about 3 wins from the wheel. 1, 2, 3. I think so. Yeah. So it's been pretty solid actually. And the wheel has been won once, so we replaced it with a time wheel now. Faye's playing CS:GO. Let's see who else is live. Let me see if I can find anyone to send you all over to. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate everyone being here. It's been a really fun past couple of days. And I'm sure the timer looks like it's getting low. That timer looks like it's getting low because it was at 70 a couple of days ago. But I promise you, they're just trying to hit the goal where the timer goes below 1 hour. It's going to start going up again. So we are here for a long time. He hates us. 2B, thank you for the 5 stream streak. I appreciate you. You're so cool. You're so cool. You're so cool. Let's see who I can send you all over to. Oh, bro, she was streaming, man. What the hell? I'm just trying to pick who to raid, you know? There's so many cool people live at the moment. 2B, thank you for the gift sub. Oh, that's so unnecessary. I really appreciate you. You know what? I'm going to raid Fronya. Fronya. I've never raided them before, but I do know of them. And they are a very good friend of quite a few people in this community. So let's go raid Fronya. I'm sure you guys even know. I'm sure some of you guys will know. She is playing a Final Fantasy VII Reunion. Which is a game I have not played and don't know much about. But Zach is on screen. So it's a good game. Looks like it's a very start of it, actually. So I can cut loose, right? Yeah, yeah, I remember. This is the start of it. Is she really starting the playthrough? Oh my god, how exciting. Alright, the raid tag is super simple. If you are subbed, it is that one. If you are not subbed, it is that one. Keep it simple. Don't spam it. Be patient. Read the chat rules. Remember, you are representing my community. I will be live again in about less than 12 hours. In about 11 or 10 hours, I will be live. Oh, she just finished OG FF7. Oh, that's so exciting. Look at that. You guys get to experience a full playthrough. I find myself here again. Hi, Vizzy. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Thank you for adding time to the timer. Unfortunately, I am ending, but I very much appreciate it. I'll see you all in 11 hours for Community Day. Should be lots of fun. Should be lots and lots and lots of fun. I hope I'm on the right scene. I'm not looking at myself. Yeah, I am. All right, cool. Thank you all.